Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lies official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Harris sleeps on a chair in London after grabbing some pillows from the bed. "Sleep with me," Ava teases as she lightly pats the bed. More precisely, in the bed that was next to her. Despite preferring the chair, Harris appreciates the offer. Ava is brought back to a similar circumstance she experienced with Jake, which resulted in love. But this whole problem was caused by her actions after his passing. If Harris experienced the same scenario, she wouldn't be able to take it. Rafe informs Tripp in the questioning room that Jada discovered the pages of his and Wendy's passports. If he does not provide the identities on the false passports, he will be prosecuted with aiding and abetting, as well as obstruction of justice. Tripp declines to assist. Rafe pulls up his phone to call Trask, assuming Wendy is the one who faked the documents. Tripp halted him. EJ accuses Wendy amiably at dinner of trying to hack into his phone to discover proof he attempted to have Ava assassinated. EJ acknowledges setting a trap despite Wendy's best efforts to hide. A defensive Wendy spits, "For your information, Tripp didn't even want me to," in response to EJ's suggestion that Tripp set her up to do it. At her admission, EJ grins. Wendy gives up the act and presents the circumstantial evidence against him. She cautions that's a grave error if he still has a hit out on Ava. She claims that Susan wasn't killed by Ava. "Your mom is still with us." Wendy explains to EJ how Ava remembers seeing Susan after the crash, despite his skepticism. Wendy must know where Ava is right now, EJ realizes. Wendy adamantly claims not to. EJ dismisses her. Jada coerces Talia into admitting that she slept with Sean in their room above the pub. Jada is baffled by what in the world she was thinking. Jada yells at Talia for abandoning Belle, who supported her when no one else would, when she explains how she met him. Talia sobs. After Channel dumped her, all she wanted was to feel better. She is aware of her mistake because this is her pattern. She makes awful choices that harm nice people. Talia expresses her regret for disappointing Jada as Jada comforts her. She doesn't make Jada angry. She is upset and disappointed. They concur that having each other is a blessing. Jada is confident that Talia will meet someone who will accept her as she is. She exhorts her to wait for them. To allow her sister to sleep peacefully, Talia departs. Sean tells Belle in the square that after getting wasted at the pub, he went to bed in Jada's room to recover. But both Hunter sisters had late shifts at their jobs. Belle sobs as she expresses to him her concern over not hearing from him. In addition to that, Sean regrets hitting EJ in the face. She is not what he deserves. He is urged not to say that by Belle. But if he doesn't want to assist himself, she questions where they go from here. Sean promises to attend AA, but Belle has heard this before. By asking her to accompany him to a meeting, Sean will demonstrate his sincerity. They bump into Talia as they turn to leave. "How did things go with Channel?" Belle queries. When Talia reveals that Channel dumped her, Belle apologizes. Talia claims that she is the last person who needs to apologize. When Channel gets home, there are roses in a vase. Then Johnny arrives at the door carrying a new bouquet. He says that he is bringing the rose garden to her until he can take her to the rose garden in Florence next summer. The two of them concur that their stay in Italy was their happiest moment ever. As they approach each other for a kiss, Channel begins to sneeze due to the roses. Johnny gives her a cannoli after she takes an antihistamine that is not from Sweet Bits. After Talia left, according to Channel, they ceased producing them. Johnny observes her changing mood. Talia makes Channel feel horrible, and she fears that Talia may act rashly. Later, while lying on the couch next to Johnny, Channel nods out. He wraps her in a blanket and makes preparations to go. As she gets out of bed, she apologizes for being a total drip. He is not hurt. Additionally, they have a ton of other dates left. She receives a kiss before he walks away. Channel sends Talia an SMS while she is by herself to check on her. Wendy tells Tripp what transpired with EJ at the hospital. She then hears from him about his encounter with Rafe, who coerced him into disclosing the whereabouts of Ava and Harris. EJ discovers Johnny preparing a beverage at the estate. He informs his kid that Wendy was dismissed for spying. She said Susan was still alive, he says, but he doesn't believe her. Jada receives an invitation from Rafe to travel to London to look for Ava. Harris promises Ava that everything will be okay in London. He extends his hand and asks if she believes in him. She confirms that she does as she takes it. They continue to clasp hands as they go off to sleep. Maggie and Vivian square off next on Days of Our Lives as Brady and Alex start to have doubts about Theresa. Peacock is presently the only place where Days of Our Lives is broadcast. Subscribe to Peacock to ensure you never miss an episode. Please be aware that we might get a small commission from any purchases you make after clicking a link in this article. Days of Our Lives spoilers for September 21, 2023 hint that Maggie will do everything in her power to remove Vivian from her life. Make sure to catch the fireworks by tuning in. Maggie has had enough of Vivian's presence in Salem grinding all of her gears. This woman is presenting herself as the true Mrs. Victor Kyriakis, and that is absolutely unacceptable. It's time for her to defeat the villain and expel her from the area. Does Maggie has the ability to drive Vivian and others away? If she wants to have any chance of finishing this task, she needs to have a precise, no-holds-barred plan. Maggie is sly when she needs to be, but she never underestimates a foe. There is something off about Theresa with Brady and Alex over in Greece. They begin to question what, if anything, she might be hiding because of her odd behavior. And boy, do they have a point. Theresa is undoubtedly concealing a significant item. She actually knows everything, and she's the only one who can rescue the Kyriakis family from their predicament. What she will do with all this power is the great unknown. Kayla confronts her daughter about her relationship with Chad when she returns to Salem. Are Chad and Stephanie's relationships still going well? Is there anything she regrets? Perhaps Stephanie might think about getting some guidance. When Chad arrives at the office and meets his new boss, he is in for a major surprise. The last person he would expect to see is the one behind the desk. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update. In case you missed it, Days of Our Lives featured some outstanding performances last week, and Soap Hub struggled to decide just who should receive Performer of the Week recognition. Click here to learn which actor was retained and why. Days of Our Lives can be shown on the W Network or Global TV app in Canada and Peacock, plus in the United States during the week. Check out the most recent Days spoilers for more information about what will happen in Salem, and go here for a detailed look at the show's history.